Hello? Is anyone there? The stats say people are there. I don't want to get started without, explaining what we're doing, and I'm not sure, I don't want a bunch of people to show up and have to explain it again. Well, not that explaining it again is the problem, but just, getting on a roll without, an audience. Hello! Hello. Okay, cool. Welcome, Ibsy. Welcome, Bella. Welcome, Rob. Rob's a subscriber. Oh, yeah, because the gift... Yeah. Hell yeah. Cannot wait to be on a roll. I'm glad. Well, let me switch over. So... I missed, I think 4 streams that I was planning. Maybe 3. Because I had dental issues and I needed to go to the dentist and have some surgery done and then recover from that. So, I'm back. I'm fine. Everything's settled. But it is still, I had a bunch of Halloween ideas that I didn't get to do in October, so we're doing them now. That's important. I will not give up on these. And I hope you're all okay with that. So here's what we're doing today. I don't know how to put it. We found Twitter happened, and I came across some AI-generated Halloween candy, generated by Janelle Shane, and compiled into this list. We're gonna go through the whole list, so I'm not gonna show you the article right now. I've ported all of the information over. Basically, each, well, let me just show you Alabama, and we'll get started. So every, basically what the article did was, they generated, something to the extent of a product photo of the most popular Halloween candy in a given state. And there's just a few variations on the prompt that they gave. I assume they gave all of them 5 different prompts and then picked the best one. I've, for scientific reasons, denoted what the exact prompt was in the bottom left under the image. Of course, I'm sniffling again. Every stream. I know it's not just me either. I know this happens to other streamers. This is horrible. Anyway. So, what I've done is I've collected all of the candies, and we're going to rate them based on how well they fit the state that they are generated for. The design quality and originality of this candy, and the flavor, how yummy they look, and how much you think you would want to eat this candy each year. I've also tried to translate the text on the package, so let's get into it. There are 50 states plus 6 American territories. So we have 3 minutes to do each of these, basically. And I hope that keeps it from getting a little too repetitive. But anyway, okay, here's Alabama. We've got Crionaris trams Kolbier Solge. I'm not sure what exactly is the candy here. It looks like maybe some gummy worms. Some candy corn. The packaging seems irrelevant. It's just got Halloween stuff on it, but I don't see any Halloween stuff in there. stateness, I'm gonna give this, it's not Alabama-ish. I would believe that Alabama sold these. I'm gonna say it's a 3.5. Because there's nothing particularly Alabama about it, but it's not Alabama. Design-wise, I feel like the pumpkins are misleading. I think the candy is just a mix of candy corn and gummy worms, but they look cool. Packaging is good. We'll give this another 3 in design because it's not bad. It's boring but cute, and like there's nothing really original about the candy to me. I can be argued with though. You guys can argue as much as you'd like. What is this? What is that? I keep reading it as like a cardinal. Is that like Alabama's state bird? I don't know what to make of that. Bonus points for that, I guess. Flavor, probably really good. Nothing special, but like, it's sherbet centered. That could be good. We'll do 4 because they look yummy. I don't see a problem with them. And they might have some interesting flavors because the colors are Halloweeny and interesting. I don't know what this is back here. It concerns me. Hopefully it's just a prop. Feels like there's a lot of plastic involved. But I'm reading this as a gummy worm. This is candy corn, and then it's like plastic, I guess. Maybe the pumpkins are in it. I'm raising it to a 4 for design because maybe the pumpkins are in like plastic wrap. Sustainable packaging 0 out of 5. Yeah, okay, we're bringing this back down to a 3 because it's got too much plastic. There's probably a reason they sell, and I can't tell why, specifically in Alabama. Yeah, something about it is quite Alabama to me. But I don't know if Alabama has any particular... Anyway, let's add these up. That's a 10.5 out of 15 possible points. Okay, Alaska. Now this is some Alaskan candy. That's some Alaskan candy right there. I'm giving that a 5. It just feels like, I mean, the advertising angle they seem to be going for is like living out a long winter in Alaska. It seemed like it's in a tin can that you, pull off the shelf. Very good. Oh, I forgot to say this I've read is Shuim's Chiwui's check. State for 5. Oops. I should stop binding my faces to numbers. Menthol flavored? Yeah, are these hard candies or chewy? They look like, the red ones look like cough drops. And the white ones look kind of like, tonsil stones. But it's called Chewy's Jack, dude. I think they're probably, like, secretly pretty good, but they're probably, like, you get, like, a handful of them and either chew or, like, suck on them for a while. Depression meds? It's like a mix of, like, double bubble texture, where, like, it's hard and it gets chewy, and, like, Jolly Rancher, and, like, White Rabbit. It could be really good. We're not doing this in order, though. I'm gonna give this a 4. I think people who like this candy really like it, and they, like, have a bag of it all the time and, like, just have a mouthful of it. Yeah, like a vanilla lemon drop. Hall's menthol, probably. Hardscrabble Wilderness Cottagecore Alaskans. When I was little, there were small hard sweets called Gogs, look like bigger versions of that. I've never heard of that before. I want to look it up, but I don't want to. Let me see if Gogs. That's not showing up at all. I think you're lying to me. I don't think you're lying to me. Oh wow, yeah, it does look like that. Range of Pips Gogs in shop. That's cute. I agree with that. That sherbet flavor is on here. Cola. Does that say ketchup and mustard? No, it says strawberry and custard. Okay. It makes me think like hardtack. The package definitely looks like this is for like surplus wilderness. This is how you get your sugar in while you're camping. Design wise, I personally, this is like a really unique looking Halloween candy to me. But it's not got a lot going on. The package, awesome, not really candy-like. I think it's cool, but not very Halloween-y. What does that mean? Pasta packaging? It looks like military surplus. It looks like pre-packaged dinner. Design, I think it's good, but I don't think it's good from a candy perspective. I'm giving it a 2. I think it's cool, doesn't have a lot going, they're just balls of chewy candy. But they probably taste great. I don't have a Halloweeniness rating. No, I don't. Should I add one? The thing is, the other ones are all very Halloweeny. You know what? We're doing I'll do a bonus. Let me look at the other ones. Most of them are, I'm adding a Halloweeniness rating. We're going back. We're adding Halloweeniness. Halloweeniness. 5 out of 5. Perfect score. You can't get better than that. Halloweeniness. That's a 0. That's a 0 out of 5. So it's a possible 20. Leftover from the war. Yeah, for sure. Definitely a tumble though. That's true. That's true. I'll give them a 1. Maybe they're more of a like autumn snack. So that's a 7, 11, 12 out of 20. The thing is, I love these. They're just not like a Halloween candy. Design, I'll bump up design because we have the Halloweeniness rating to balance it out now. Okay. Arkansas. Product photo of the most popular Halloween candy in Arkansas. This one I'm choosing to pronounce as cocktease. For no reason in particular. Stateness. I don't know what this is. This is like an opossum, like a purple opossum. Watermelon flavored candy corn. You guys are jumping ahead. Hold on. Stateness. I do think it would sell in Arkansas. I don't think there's anything particularly Arkansas about it. I'm gonna give it either a 3 or a 4. Because it definitely sells in Arkansas. But it doesn't have, it's just coincidentally, and not because it, like, speaks to Arkansas. Design-wise, it's just candy corn. I like the possum, though. We'll give it a 2. Yeah, sorry that Arkansas is spelled like that. It's not my fault. Flavor, probably pretty good. Waxy. I saw watermelon zingy in there. I feel like you'd have one bag of these and get tired of it, though. Like, that would be a problem. What do we think? Like 3, like middle of the road? Oops. We'll do that. I'll do 3 unless someone argues. Halloweeniness? It doesn't have to be a Halloween candy, except that it's candy corn. It feels like it's trying to take candy corn and make it year-round. Does that make sense? So Halloweeniness is at like 3 or 4. That's why it's called a cock tease. 4 out of 5. I just feel like it could be... Okay, yeah, 4 out of 5. It could be more Halloweeny, but it's not the most Halloweeny. Holiday neutral. It's definitely... It's a year-round candy corn that makes you think of Halloween. So this is 5, 8, 12. Right? Yeah? 6? Yeah. Arizona. Apparently, product photo of the most popular Halloween candy in Arizona is Coober, specifically the Dimbwabumbe Famamvink variety. These look really good. Like, they're giant candy corn, and they're probably... These look like Cadbury egg packaging. They're probably really cheap, like maybe like a vanilla saltwater taffy flavor. That could be really good. Salt taffy, which doesn't seem very Arizona. That's true. Best flavor, Cooper. Chocolate and nougat, it could be. I don't think it's whack. This also could just be the packaging, and it could be like chocolate inside. Maybe it's like a mochi surrounding a core of some kind. Cooper does sound like a slur, and I'm sorry. The psychic warfare, I'm sorry. This one's a 5. I feel like no matter what the actual flavor is, it's like you'd be like, oh, you want one of these? Sounds great. All right, the flavor is Dimwebumba. Design, I'm giving it a 5. It's unique. It's got the colors. It's like candy corn, but it's not candy corn. Stateness, it doesn't shout Arizona to me. There's nothing particularly Arizona about it to me. Halloweeniness, 3? It's like a candy corn, but my background. Okay, there we go. Sorry. It's like a candy corn. But, like, that's kind of where it stops. Maybe this, like, they do have a good, autumn thing going on with this, like, basket. Very Halloween colors, for sure. It would be good for Halloween. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. Because I feel like it's kind of neutral. Like, it's Halloween by proxy, but it wouldn't be out of place on Halloween at all. And, definitely sort of something that would only come out in the autumn. That's what I'm gonna go with. I will be argued down if someone has a different opinion. That brings us to a 15.5. Yes. Out of 20. It's pretty good. California. It seems like they changed the name on each of the packages, which makes this a little hard, but I believe this would be called Proboscis Goombas or Procus Bockers, which is real fun to say. Halloweeniness, 1. Absolute 1. It looks like a year-round treat. I don't see any... It's got orange involved. Anyway. Product photo of the most popular Halloween candy in California. Stateness. Yeah, very California. Somehow it is very California. Maybe it's like the font and the colors. I think these are cannabis, which I think is right for California. Yeah. These are cannabis. Okay, how would I make this more Californian? I don't think I would. You know what? I'm going with a 5. A 4.5. I feel like it could be, but it's almost there. I can hear Danny, California. Procus Spockers. Maybe use this like local sea salt. Fair. What? It's definitely a hard candy though, right? Like this is something you break your teeth on. I think this is just the like normal like candy, like sugar swirls. I don't think... I'm not into it. I think it's just sugar. Maybe like a wafer, or maybe I can't see it. I'm giving it a 2 in flavor. It's just of the candies. It's remind me of those long swirly lollipops you get at the fair. That you get at the fair when mother's in a good humor and you've been a good boy. Yeah, which are like they look so good, but there's no substance to them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the candy swirl stands. Could be gummy. But yeah, some of these look pretty like this over here looks more gummy. These look very hard. Design-wise, iconic. Not very Halloween-y. Candy burger type texture. Yeah, it is a little... And also the way it's packaged, it's like, oh, you want to, like, chew these out of the bag? But if it's hard candy, you can't just, like, open hard candy and hold on to it for the 7 hours that it takes to eat all of it. So, based on the packaging, I think it's probably gummy. I still don't think it tastes good. I don't think there's much flavor to it. Design-wise, I'm gonna give it a 3. I think it's very iconic. If this were a real candy, people would be like, oh yeah, it's just like Procus Spockers. But like, there's nothing going on with the packaging. It's just a clear package. There's nothing more iconic. The font isn't anything. Very middle of the road. That makes this score into a 10.5. Sorry to California. The minimum, by the way, is a 1 out of 5. So the minimum total score would be a 4. Colorado. The name is very good. You know what? Extra point in design because the name's really good. Procus Spockers, hard to beat. Colorado. We've got trees. Product photo. I should be reading these. Product photo of the most popular Halloween candy in Colorado. Stateness, it's called trees, so I'm giving it a point. But it's just candy corn with runes, with rune, like special runes on it. Like birch candy corn? Is Colorado known for trees? Yes. In my experience, Colorado is known for skiing and being part of the Four Corners. It's got a mountain range and trees. Some other Americans might want to chime in with their images of things, but stateness, I'm giving it a 2, because it's not, like, minimum, it's not a 1, but it is called trees, and it's, like, not just candy corn. Design, again, it's just candy corn. I'm giving it a 1.5, not the minimum, because they did add some special imagery to the candy corn. It's still just candy corn. Flavor, now okay. I have a thought about this. What if it's maple flavored instead of honey flavored like candy corn is? If it were maple flavored, is that Colorado-ish though? It's more of a like Northeast thing. It does look, I feel like it's a 3. Like, you know what, I'm also changing this to 2, because the runes do look good. But flavor 3. Because, like, you either love it or you hate it. You know, like, very made by a guy in a garage. I would agree, like, if there's a guy in your neighborhood who makes these, it's like the best thing you've ever had, and, like, you can get it by the carton load, and it's great. If you get at the store, it's, like, nothing. Pine flavor. I think these may also have THC in them, or CBD. We'll give it a 3. I feel like it's trying to win points, and it's getting a few points, but it's not totally there. Halloweeniness, it's candy corn. Nothing to say about that. It's candy corn. It's special candy corn. I forgot to notice, the package is like an Altoids tin of candy corn. Which is pretty good. I'm still leaving design at 2 because I think 3 is too high for it. I think drugs are also... This is the Halloween candy that the cops warn you about that doesn't exist. If candy corn get a 5 out of 5, then what can... I feel like the labeling is... Oh, that's true. I just feel like it could be more Halloween-y, you know? Like, the packaging is trying to detract from it. I think it's a 5 out of 5 because it's candy corn, and then it loses points because it's in an Altoids tin. Those are my thoughts. So that's an 11. Are we all in a... Is that... any major arguments with that? Tough but fair. Okay, I'll move on then. Next up, Connecticut with Craney Chowber. Product photo, the most popular Halloween candy bar in Connecticut. This one is specifically a candy bar. It's not just candy. So I assume this was picked from a lot. Halloweeniness, very Halloweeny. It's got the pumpkins. It's got it. It looks like candy corn, except if it were just kernels of like popcorn. And I think it could be like white chocolate with like a gel on top. That could be really good, actually. it's either really good or like, ugh. It could be so gross. It's also not a candy bar. It says picture of the most popular Halloween candy bar, and then the things around it, so we can't even see the candy bar? Like, are these even related? Or is the candy bar in there and we just can't see it? I'm gonna give it, yeah, a 5. People who like it are like, that is the best thing. Candy in the chocolate. Okay, that's absolutely 5 out of 5. Design. Is the good kind of gross candy bar. It might have coconut in it. That would be nice. If you like coconut. It's chunky. I think it's like crackles. It's like got like a wafer munch to it. I think that would be great. Design wise, it could have a little more going on. Though it's hitting all the marks. I want to give it a 4, but I feel like that's being unfair. I think it's a 5. I think it's unique. I'm picturing it's a candy bar, like just like a chocolate bar with like a layer of these corn kernels, and it's like crunchy with wafers. It's like our Marvelous Creations. Do you guys have that? I've never heard of that. Let me look that up. Cadbury? Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm picturing something like that. But like on the surface of the candy bar. Here's a marvelous no. Here's a no. I cannot upload the image. That's fine. I've never seen one of those before, but it sounds good. Stateness, is this a Connecticut candy bar? Maybe. It's not, like, as someone who lived close to Connecticut for my whole life, I feel like I would visit and, like, this would totally fit in Connecticut. But there's nothing particularly about it that, like, says Connecticut to me. Really just a vibe thing. Is Connecticut autumnal? In autumn, it is. A lot of trees. Mark Twain is from Connecticut. Had a house there. Emily Dickinson, I think. Pooping candy. Don't say that. It's very big and full of itself, yet restrained. You say big, but it's also tiny. The thing about Connecticut is it's mostly, unless you like live in Connecticut, you're only ever there passing from New York to Massachusetts, in my experience. How Mark Twain is this candy? I think he would love it. I think he would love this candy, whatever it is. We'll give it a 4 based on vibes. I think it loses a point because we can't specify anything specifically Connecticut about it. But it's fine. It something is speaking to us, which means this is a 19 out of 20 for Cranny Chowdhury. Wow. Okay, something feels wrong about that, but no, that's right. Picturing the way we described it, I think that's good. Let's move on. Delaware. Pandies. I need to copy this again. Stateness. I don't know anything about Delaware. It does seem like a Delaware thing, though. It would be, Delaware's weird like that. Out of the way. It's old. Yeah, this is a 5 for Delaware. I feel like I couldn't do anything to improve this to make it for Delaware. Design wise, it looks like some kind of gumdrop. Yeah, black licorice and like chips. What's the orange part? Or is it just the black? But I feel like it's a black and orange gummy of some kind. Don't know what flavor the orange would be. Maybe it's just orange. Maybe it's orange and liquor. Orange and anise. That could be good. Old describes Delaware perfectly. Yeah. Licorice and tomato sauce. Design-wise, package is great. However, the candy itself, nothing. There's nothing going on. We're giving it a 3. Just no complaints, but room to improve. Flavor. Has anyone had those orange chocolate Kit Kats? I'm picturing that. Or orange and anise, and I don't know. Oh, you know what flavor? It's like not bergamot, but it's like a citrus you would get in a black tea, you know? It's a candy for old people. I don't think kids would like this at all. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. It's for old people. Maybe a 3, because the more I think about it, the less I want to have it. I want to try it to be like, oh, that's gross, and then never have it again. Definitely, like, black licorice, unpleasant. I like black licorice, but, like, having a lot of it is awful. Halloweeniness. I feel like this is an autumn candy. Not necessarily a Halloween candy, but it is Delaware, so it's, like, old Halloween. I feel like maybe it's associated with Halloween because it's black and orange, but it wasn't originally made for Halloween, and it just, like, uses autumn flavors or something. Pretty tame but strange taste. I would agree with that. Halloweeniness, it's a 3. Yeah, definitely some points for being orange and black. But, like, no pumpkins. You can have a pumpkin on it and still be a 4, so it's something, but it's not all the way there. It's been grandfathered into the Halloween canon in Delaware, is what I think. Which makes this a 14. Next up is Florida. With Balawi Fonry candy. Which looks like maybe it's a package of smaller... Did I not make a name tag? No, I didn't. I have to be honest, it's kind of a pain when I'm not drawing. Maybe we'll do it at the end. Halloweeniness, 100. Like, you can't... But it looks like... Maybe it's, like, made of, like, liquor. It's, like, for adults. It's, like, a refined Halloween thing. Maybe a 4.5 because it's bougie. And that's not in the spirit of Halloween. Flavor, I do think it's got liquor in it. It's like a rum candy. I think it's also shaped like a spider. And it's got chocolate, obviously. Haunted QR code. Yeah, it's got like 7 expiration dates. Sexy Halloween candy. It's got aphrodisiacs in it for Halloween sex. Flavor, I feel like it's fine. if you like it, but it's like, it's not, you can have like one of them, and the other one is like a little too much. But it's probably, yeah, it's boozy for sure. I can't think of reasons to take points off. I don't think it's for me, but I think some people really like it. I think making a homemade version of this is probably really hard, and there's like a generic homemade version that's like really good. But the prepackaged stuff is like, it's fine. So we have a 4? Is that a 4? Yeah, that's a 4. State-wise, absolutely not Florida. I mean, it is for, like, Florida has a lot of old people in it. It's where everyone goes to retire. So, like, a liqueur candy, maybe? I'm giving it a 1.5. Like, the absolute minimum. Everywhere else in Florida is nothing like that. I feel like Republicans would really like this candy. And it's not against the candy, that's just against old people, I guess. I'm bumping it up to a 2 because I thought of Republicans and got mad. Design-wise, it's so boring, but it is shaped like a spider. Maybe each one is like a different shape. It could be a cookie also. It could be like a package of cookies, but it does say it's a candy bar, so no. It's a large spider-shaped candy bar, which is cool. That's pretty awesome. That's either like a 3.5 or a 4. I feel like being shaped like a spider doesn't fit the flavor that we've come up with, so I'm giving it a 3.5, but it is shaped like a spider. So, good for it. 6, 9, 10, 14. Georgia. Product photo of a fun-sized candy bar of the most popular Halloween candy in Georgia. This candy is called Sanfguv. That might be the brand. Colons, and then the flavor is Helios Dulpe. Off-brand Reese's. Yeah. That looks like a pistachio, maybe? A pistachio and like chocolate and nuts. This seems bad. This seems worse. This seems like it's trying to be a Heath bar, and it's not good. Pistachio butter chocolate. Yeah. Maybe like pumpkin. That's kind of like a yellow dough looking. But it's a fun size bar, so it can't be doughy. Reese's pistachio cubes. Okay, I love that. It sounds gross, but I love that a lot. Oh my god. Bare Bones. I feel like this is like got really popular during like some war. It was like all people like Georgia's not known for pistachios, but Georgia, I'm imagining they made like a sweet confection for the children with all they had, and all they had was butter and chocolate and pistachios, and it became a yearly treat for the Georgia children. However, I do think it tastes awful and no one should have it, and like people who like it are like, I actually really like sound colons. And everyone's like, well, you can have mine when I get it for Halloween, because it sucks. It's bad. I'm giving it a 2, though, because it's at least original. Uh, chocolate with some dried fruit. Halloweeniness, this is a 1. It's orange, so I'll give it a 2. But it's nothing. That's nothing. It's pistachios. Design-wise, also a 1. This is nothing. Stateness. No, Georgia would have something else going on. I would see it being on a shelf in Georgia at like a Food Lion, but it feels like a candy that just happens to be orange, so people get it for Halloween for that reason alone. Yeah. Maybe it's seasonal in like the stuff that's in it, but that's it. Stateness. I like the lore that I've come up with that it was made because it was like all they could grow in Georgia at the time, but I don't think that's pistachios. I'm giving it a 2 because it's not nothing. No, I'm giving it a 1. It can't get worse. It can't be less Georgia. There's just nothing. It's not unlike Georgia, but there's nothing. So that's a 6. I'm sorry, Georgia. Let's see. Hawaii. Product photo of the most popular Halloween candy bar in Hawaii. And this would be of course, as everyone knows, Harki Karawar Hanarawag. And it seems like it's the Gyarj K Rigs flavor. I love this spider. It seems like it's cookies. Like, it seems like maybe it's some separately packaged, like, sugar cookies. The frosting is probably delicious. Halloweeniness can't get any better. You wouldn't hand it out on Halloween, though. You'd, like, buy it somewhere. This goes on top of cakes and stuff. Design, either a 4 or a 5. Because is this like a monkey wrench? I do like the spiders. I feel like it's a little bland, but it is like cut chocolate cookies. Little thin brownies, kind of coffee-like to me. Yeah, I could see that. Maybe it's even like a candy that you have with like your pumpkin spice coffee. They sell it, though it's Hawaiian. Stateness. I don't know if this is very Hawaii or not at all Hawaii. It seems old. It seems like it's probably a very old local specialty. I don't know if old local specialties in Hawaii would look like this. It's not tropical or volcanic, but again, that's from an outside perspective of Hawaii. Okay, flavor, I think these are probably great. Nothing offensive about them, but nothing maybe like an original fruit twist or something. Definitely like a chocolate cookie vanilla frosting with something original about it. I think it would be good. I think you could really go through a box of them. Design, I'm gonna give it a 4 because I don't really like it. I feel like it needs to be updated, but I like that it's understated. It could be a little more exciting, but it is also spider-shaped cookies. Oh, thank you for blessing me. Stateness, it's either very Hawaii or not at all Hawaii. I don't know enough about Hawaii to say. I'm gonna give it a 3. I feel like it's like you could go to Hawaii and be like, you don't expect this to be a big local thing, but it's really popular there, and like someone's like, oh, you have to have one, and then they give you a lifetime supply on your way out. But it's not. I don't think it's made of things local to Hawaii. I don't think it's made by Hawaiians in particular. I do think it is very popular in Hawaii. I think that's the distinction I'm making. Which means our score is a 16. Right? 8, 11, yeah. So, next up, Idaho. Product photo of the most popular Halloween candy bar in Idaho, which is a canned Bailey Bach tea. And I don't know why I bothered trying to read this part. I have no idea what it is. I'm deleting it. It's nothing. That's not legible in English. That is maybe Cyrillic or Elvish. It could be Tengwar. Stateness. Yeah, Idaho would have this. Again, mostly based on vibes. What did I say for this one? You know what? I'm bumping this up. Right. Mostly based on vibes. We've made a 3. Design, it looks like, again, candy corn and chocolate. But I like this like, Flavor, it's fine. It's fine. Design, I don't want to be biased because we already saw one with Craney Chowber, but I think Craney Chowber made it sound really appealing, and this is just like, oh, you want some candy corn in your chocolate? The packaging is exciting, very Willy Wonka, but not exciting enough. Like, they're not sure whether they want to be adult or for children. I'm going into 2. I think they could do better. But they're not doing the worst. No, points for the pumpkin. That's true. Points for the pumpkin. Halloweeniness. It's a little too adult to hand out on Halloween, but it has all the marks. We're on 13 and we've spent an hour on this. So I'm gonna kind of speed up a bit more. 9 and 13. Illinois. Product photo of a bag of the most popular Halloween candy in Illinois. Which I believe is Halloween Pawnee flavor. Halloweeniness. It says Halloween on it. This is just normal candy in a themed bag. Yeah, this looks like Smarties or something. It looks chalky, and it's pink, but it's like Monster Mash purple. Very Halloween. I feel like if it weren't in the bag, it would lose a lot of points, though. Giving it a 3.5. Hello, Bunos. Rolls of Fizzers. Yeah. Yeah. Smarties or, what's the other one called? Necco wafers. Yeah, it would be really good to hand out on Halloween, though. That's good. 5 out of 5 Halloweeniness. But, like, get rid of the... If you ignore the packaging and just look at the candy, it's like... It's nothing. It's not Halloweeny, but it fits in more than it shouts Halloween to me. Flavor, a 1 or a 2, maybe. Smarties are called rockets in Canada. Okay, thank you. And your Smarties are chocolate. Flavor, nothing candy is very Halloween. That's true. It's cheap to make. But I think 4 is too high for it. I'm maybe spiteful because it's just normal candy in a Halloween bag. Flavor, I don't think it's nothing. It melts and it's chalky. Could be bacon. It could be like individually wrapped pirouettes, which would be okay. It looks really bad though. It looks gross. Design, I'll give it a 2. Because it looks bad, but at least it is unique. You would recognize it. Stateness. I feel like saying this is Illinois-like would be an insult to Illinois. There's nothing... If it's saltwater taffy, is Illinois... I might have to look at a map of my own country really quick. Illinois does have contact with the Great Lake. I'll give it a 2. It could be worse. Are they poor in Illinois? I mean, they're poor everywhere, really. Except Connecticut. And maybe California. Or do they have lots of kids? I don't know. I don't know. I've never been to Illinois. I don't know. It could be. Illinois is cold? Does this seem like a cold candy? I feel like it would make you colder. I feel like it's like minty or mentholated or something. Anyway. Indiana. Handy Handy. A product photo of those popular Halloween candy bar in Indiana. Halloweeniness. Perfect. I'm gonna get a... It looks like a candy bar that if it didn't have a pumpkin on it, it wouldn't be that Halloween-y, but it's also probably like chocolate with something. I'll give it a 4.5. I think it could do better, but it's not wrong. Flavor? What do we think? Like caramel chunks, maybe? In like chocolate, like little beads of caramel. Packaging looks hand-drawn, definitely one that they've kept around for a long time. I would agree with that. I like that. Maybe remove some details to print it cheaper. I think the design is definitely up there. It's simple, but it's good. It's got the details you need. It seems like a unique candy. I have no complaints. Flavor? I think it's probably pretty good. I think it's got like a good like caramel or like a what's a, I guess caramel toffee maybe in like a chocolate bar. That's probably pretty good. I don't have, I'm flavor. I think it's probably, yeah, caramel. It could be hit or miss. It's probably chewy. I think it would be good. Like, I'm picturing like a Twix, but like more like with kernels of caramel and not like a, I think it'd be fun to eat, if anything else. Is that like a 4 or 5? I think it's a 4 because it's not special, but it is cool. Which is 4.5. Design, also a 4.5. I feel like it could be updated, maybe. The balance of it annoys me, but it is really good. Stateness, I have no idea. I've never been to Indiana. We're Googling Indiana real fast, okay? Indiana. Google is showing me a farm and a city and a beach, and that's about it. Nothing happening in Indiana, I guess. Which seems fitting for this candy. So, you know what? Another 4.5 out of 5. Why did I do all 4.5? I was gonna have to add them up. So that's 12, 13, 14. Is that right? No, 16, 18. 16, 17, yeah, 18. Candy from Iowa. Product photo of the most popular Halloween candy bar in Iowa. Halloweeniness? It's up there. It's kind of, I feel like they could do better again, but it is what it is. It is Halloween candy. It looks like it's candy corn again, which those motherfuckers. This looks like Asian candy. I don't know what to say about that. I don't disagree. Yeah, it doesn't feel... It feels imported and maybe it got really popular in Iowa. I'm not saying candy corn is bad either. I'm just saying everyone's done candy corn. It looks like maybe it's a chocolate shaped like a bat with candy corn on its stomach, which could be really good. I'm giving it a 4. At this point, I have to go for my stomach. Does not scream Iowa, no. But I don't have any complaints. It's not unlike Iowa. Bat might just be a mascot. It could be. I'm choosing to read this as the candy corn though, which I like as a design choice. Otherwise though, it's got nothing. I'm giving it a 3. It's just lazy. Halloweeniness though, can't really do more Halloweeny than this. It's a candy made for Halloween. So it's a 15. I'm coming around. I don't think it's bat shaped. It's just like a bat holding candy corn as their mascot. And it does have chocolate in it for sure. And candy corn. But that's all I can say. Okay, this next one might be the best one. Kansas. Product photo of fun-sized candy bar, the most popular Halloween candy in Kansas. Fart cats. Halloween is, I think it's a 3. It's just orange. Fart cats. Design is a 2. This is nothing. It's got some stars, I guess. It looks like maybe it's diet friendly. But it got something going on. Yeah, strange mascot. I don't know what to make. It looks like an old telephone. Maybe? Or like a dog with a blue nose. And like a green puff of hair. I have no idea. Shirt pop. Yeah, it could be. Flavor, I think I have nothing to go on here. So I'm giving it a 2. It's called Fart Cats. I have no idea what's in it. There's nothing on the packaging to indicate that it's anything. I'm giving it a 1. I don't think you can get worse. Because, like, there's just nothing. Like, I don't know if... I feel like 1 might be a little harsh because it's, like, there's no indication that it's bad. It is called Fart Cats, but there's also, like, nothing else to go off of. Stateness... This would be a Kansas candy. It looks good. Looks simple and good. Fart means speed in Norwegian, I guess. I don't know why this is chocolate wafer bar. But it's called Fart Cats. And there's just like no indication. And if it's chocolate, then like, it better be good chocolate. Maybe it's just such good chocolate, and the only reason it stayed around with the name Fart Cats is for the brand recognition of that company that has really good chocolate. That's all I can think of. I'm giving it a 3 for Kansas, because Kansas would sell this, but not because it's a Kansas candy. It's just kind of there. So that's a 9. Out of 20. Alright, next up. Kentucky. Product photo of a bag of the most popular Halloween candy in Kentucky, which I believe are Trick 2-O-Tones Tolls. Halloweeniness. Is this the candy? It is called Trick 2-O-Tones, though. It's a... It's a 5. I don't know if it could change it in every... Stateness, Kentucky? I don't know enough about Kentucky to say. Design... What is this? Is this just like a hole in the bag showing us what the candy looks like and all this is irrelevant? What is this? They look like purple gummy mice or something. Some kind of hard candy and classic candy wraps that are purple and black. Maybe. I can't tell if I think they would be yummy or not. Design, confusing. Giving it a 3. I love it somehow, but I have no idea what's going on. Candy itself could be anything. Absolutely agree with that. Is that good or bad? Purple chocolate over caramel? Maybe. These are perfect 5 out of 5. These taste of praline, in my opinion. Just from the bag, I really want to try them. But I have nothing, I have no idea what to say about the flavor. What would I call that? I'll give it a 3.5. I'm sorry, Onion. I just have nothing to go off of. I'll bump the design up a bit because it swayed me to want to try it, even if I have no idea what it is. Stateness. I'm gonna Google Kentucky again, and we're gonna see if I'm if I think they would sell this candy. What if I Google Kentucky candy? Oh, for sure Kentucky would sell this. You know what? I should be doing this. Okay. We're giving this a 4 for stateness. We're giving this a 4. Which means this is an 8, 11.5, 16.5. Next up, Louisiana Pubis. Pubos. Pubis? Poobs. Going with poobs. Product photo of a bag of the most popular Halloween candy in Louisiana. Stateness. I'm gonna do. You guys can't see it when I do this, but I'm gonna Google Louisiana candy. We'll see how. Pecan pralines apparently are a thing in Louisiana. Okay. Do these look like pecan? Yeah. Like maybe individually wrapped caramel pecans. Which is a lot of candy. Like not a lot to eat. To eat one pecan at a time. Looks very local. This does look like it comes from like a specific candy store around Halloween. Halloweeniness, packaged very Halloween. I don't think the candy inside's very Halloween. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5. Flavor, I'm picturing what, like a candy covered popcorn, maybe? That could be really good. I've had that before from Ohio. That was really good. I'll give it a 4. Design, I love it. I have no complaints. And I like that it's old-fashioned. Stateness, yeah. 4 point... You know what? A 5. We're giving it a 5. Gotta be good enough to survive being a small local company, but not so good to make it big and get bought out. I'd agree with that. It's either that or a local specialty that like no one really owns, so everyone has their own local take on it around Halloween. I would agree with that. I'm bumping this up to a 4 because it's autumnal, probably. So that's a 18. Maine butt mint. Mers Bunt Famule flavor, or description thereof. Product photo of a fun-sized candy bar, the most popular candy in Maine. Halloweeniness, so low. I'll give it a 2 because it's got a prankster energy. Flavor, it's called butt mint, and it looks like bubblegum with some kind of M&M kind of thing in it. It sounds so bad. It sounds so bad, and it sounds like it's for adults who don't want to admit that they've aged, but not for children. Like it's. I can't see a way that this is good. Birthday party vibe over Halloween, for sure. Design, horrible. I like the colors though. It's either like a 2 or a 3. I'll give it a 2.5. Stateness. Googling Maine candy again. I should have been doing this from the start. I might have to revise our scores. Maine candy. Maple leaf candy. Mint candy. saltwater taffy. This is none of those. This is none of those. This is none of those. I'm giving it a 1. This is one of the worst ones. It feels like one where someone messed with the research and they really found this to be the most popular one. Yeah, this was like a brand sponsored survey by Butt Mints. So that makes this a 3, 4, 6.5. Mafia candy. Next up is Maryland. Oh, worth saying, this is not supposed to... The AI was not given that this was a Halloween candy. It's just the most popular candy. So I don't know if we, like, give it a bonus point or something for not being prompted for that. Should be disqualified. I'll write DQ next to it. Not applicable, yeah. Okay. This one is also automatically DQ'd, but we'll still rank it. Maryland, Bran Bear. Product photo of a fun-sized candy bar. Fun-sized bar of the most popular candy in Maryland, not specifically Halloween. Halloweeniness, it's a 1. It's orange. I'll give it that it's orange. Let's give it a 1.5. I'm Googling Maryland candy. The images coming up are, oh, they've got bullseyes, cowtails. Apparently those are, and news.maryland.gov, rainbow fentanyl. Alright. It does look kind of like cowtails. I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 3 because Maryland's not boring. Design, this is nothing. It's recognizable, but there's no... It's not good. Giving it a 2. It was at a 3, and because I don't like it, I'm giving it a 2. Brand should never be in a candy name. Yeah, the flavor on this is like chocolate and bran. I do like a bran muffin, but that's not a candy. What would I call this? That's a 1. It has worsened the chocolate. So this is 5, 6, 7.5, and a DQ. Next up, Massachusetts, Fraubo, Fox Wrought Iron, Tris Palm. Product photo of a fun-sized candy bar, the most popular candy in Massachusetts. Again, not a Halloween candy, so we're having another DQ on this one. Halloweeniness, it's absolute minimum. It's not Halloweeny at all. The font, I do like the font as well. And I like the sort of shape of it. The blue up here is interesting also. It is iconic. I'll give it a 3 because I think it's walking a very careful line with the minimalism, and it looks maybe like a not prestige, an old brand that is relying on being iconic. However, has nothing else going for it except maybe like an upside down version of the Last Supper back here. Flavor, It looks like a Heath bar. Nougaty? Yeah, for sure. This candy bar comes from old country. Yeah, this one is, yeah. I don't know what the... like a Polish grandfather really likes these. Flavor, though, has gotta be awful. I'm giving it a 2. It just, like, doesn't look good. It might have peanuts in it, maybe, but it's not, like, special. It's like a cheaply produced chocolate and peanuts. Stateness, though, it's up there. I've spent a lot of time in Massachusetts. I have family there. It's old. It likes being old. Fun-sized bars are inherently a bit Halloween-y, though. Yeah, but... yeah. Chocolate-covered communion members. Massachusetts-wise, I'm gonna give this a 3.5, because I... It seems like it would be popular in Massachusetts, but I don't think it has anything else Massachusetts about it. Give it a 1.5 because it is fun size. Which means stateness. So that's 5. 8, 9. Right? Can I do math? 6, 9, 10. And DQ because it's not Halloween candy. Isn't Massachusetts inherently a bit Halloween-y? That's true. The scores should correlate. I can't make this a 2. I'll make it a 2. Fine, it's a 2. For being in Massachusetts and being fun-sized. Anyway, Michigan. We've got the Ereo, Eoidueo, Segis, Bellowers, Breathigs. Now that's Halloween candy. These look like maybe Peeps, marshmallow Peeps, or circus peanuts. But they look delicious. I want one really bad. I think these also are like, you don't give these out on Halloween, but everyone has them. They're made for Halloween. They're pumpkin shaped. They look so good. Flavor, I think they look good. Maybe they taste like pumpkin bread, but I don't think there's much substance to them. I think you would get bored of them very quickly. You can have like 2. But they're they're either really good or really bad. I'm giving it a 4 because it's at least unique and some people probably really like them. Design, perfect. I cannot improve on that. Stateness. I'm gonna Google Michigan candy, but I'm very tempted to give this one a 4 or 5. It says Michigan to me. Michigan candy. Apparently gummies are a Michigan thing. Faygo is a Michigan thing. Candy corn. Okay. I'm giving it a 5. Not very Michigan to you. You are Canadian, so you may know Michigan quite well. But I think these would really strike warmth into the cold heart of Michigan. They might be something you like heat up first, like a baked good. I think this is... I'm gonna take a slight point off on Halloweeniness because it's not like decorated for Halloween, but it's still very Halloween to me. Dip these in hot chocolate. Oh, absolutely. It's more of a November candy, but still very good. Carnival vibe for sure, circus vibe. That's a 10, 14, 18, 19.5? Is that... No, that can't be right. 18.5. Math. I'm sorry you don't like them, Onion. You know what? That's fair. I'm thinking about it. We've marked things down due to being autumnal but not Halloweeny. I'll keep that. However, I think everything else is perfect. Almost perfect. Minnesota, Noir Narfs. Photo of a fun-sized candy bar with the most popular candy in Minnesota. Again, we're gonna have a DQ. This is not a Halloween candy, and I'm giving it a 1 right away. Stateness, quite Minnesota. I'm gonna do the standard Minnesota Google, but it does seem like something that would sell in Minnesota. Yeah. Nothing in particular, but the packaging on these seems pretty similar, I would say. IMO. Gonna give it a 4. I don't want to do 3.5. I think it's a 4. Design, again, iconic, but nothing going on. However, because of this brown spot and the way this blue is shaped, I'm picturing that's a chocolate bar covered in some kind of blue candy dribble, which could be very good. Calcium is definitely also a part of a huge milk industry influence. I would absolutely agree with that. Swedish immigrant influences. I would agree with that. Design-wise, then, I'm giving it a 4. Nothing special, but iconic and conveys what it needs to. Flavor, I'm picturing Canadian Smarties, but as a chocolate bar. I've only had stale Canadian Smarties. I think it could be good. I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 because it's mostly chocolate. You know what? I'm giving it a 4 because it's unique. I'm going back on it. Stateness, so that's 12, 13, and a DQ because it's not Halloween candy. Next up, Mississippi with Freddest. Product photo of a fun-sized bar of the most popular candy in Mississippi. Again, not a Halloween candy, but it is called Freddest. I'm gonna start with the Google of Mississippi candies. You guys are closer to Missouri, right? So you might know Missouri better than I do. Mississippi is apparently also a praline state. Mississippi mud. Rock candy seems... I'm seeing a lot of caramel chocolate mixtures. Halloweeniness, no. Stateness, this looks like a fruit candy, but it seems old and weird like Mississippi, so either a 2 or a 3. I'll give it a 3 because it's unique. And Mississippi has some very particular things. Design. Oops, I love the packaging. I don't know if it has a lot going on, though. We'll do a 4. Flavor. If it's just a chocolate bar, I don't care. It looks like jelly beans, though. But it's a fun-size bar. I feel like it's gross. I feel like it's weird and fruity. The shapes on the bottom look like they mention all the things it doesn't have. Oh, so it's like no sugar, no carbohydrates. Like 100 calories. I could picture that. In that case, it's gross. Weird milk chocolate bars that include jelly beans. It's either really good or really gross. Giving it a 3 because we're torn down the middle. So that's a 10, 11, and a DQ because it's not a Halloween bar. It looks very bad, but also very Fred. Yeah, that's true. Points for that. Okay. I have to sneeze. Hold on. Achoo. Okay. Motor Ont. Of Missouri. So also not a Halloween one, and it doesn't look Halloween-y at all. Sorry that I'm starting to speed through this, by the way. If you get a Fred rating, Fredist would get a 5 out of 5. That's true. Made for industrial purposes. Yeah, it looks gross. It looks like it might have peanut in it. Oops, I wrote motor instead of motor. Aunt means pain in Swedish. That's so good. Okay. What is this? Flavor-wise, is a 1 too harsh? Because this doesn't appeal to me at all. However, I do hate peanut butter, so I am a little biased. I'll give it a 2 to account for being, biased. Ah! My face. Okay. Knock against the packaging, then flavor. That's fair. Packaging is a 1. This looks like motor oil. It looks like a candy bar for men. Advertised as a candy bar for men. Stateness, I'll do the Google check, but it's not shouting Missouri to me. Missouri candy. I'm not seeing anything specifically Missouri. Missouri might not have a candy. Very manly gas station dad candy. It's got peanuts. It's good for like driving on the road. Absolutely. Stateness. I'll give it a 3 because I have nothing either way. We'll give it a 3. Halloween. The name is Motor Pain, which is pretty Halloween. Okay, we'll bump it up by 1 point. Stateness. Okay, 5, 6, 8. And a DQ because it's not Halloween candy. Montana. Nab Banny Canners. Product photo of a fun-sized bar of the most popular Halloween candy in Montana. So it is a Halloween candy bar, specifically. I'll do the Montana Google right off the bat. Montana candy. I'm getting a lot of photos of very old candy shops and also something called Bigfoot poop. But nothing like specifically. Oh, and the same photo of quote unquote rainbow fentanyl. But nothing specifically Montanan or any branding. However, this branding does strike me as quite Montana. We'll give it a 4. I think the advertising is very Montanan. Flavor, this looks like dirt with beans growing out of it. Licorice, I would say. Maybe like a dry chocolate. It could be good. Pumpkin spice, maybe? Yeah, maybe. This candy was invented by an ex-baseball player. Okay, I'll give it a 3.5 in flavor, because what is this? Design-wise, very into it. It could have a little more going on. I'll give it a 4. Halloweeniness. Is this a rotted pumpkin? Definitely the black and yellow. It's at least a 3. I feel like of the Halloween candies, it's not very far up there, but it is. I'll give it a 3.5. So this is 7, 11, 15 for Nab Banny Canners. Nebraska. Hymns. I feel like this is important, but I have no idea how to read it, so deleting that. It's hymns. Most of a fun-sized bag of the most popular Halloween candy in Nebraska. Can bags be fun-sized? I guess they can. Oh god. We gotta hurry to do the last 20 states. Oh my god. Okay, we're going fast. Speed mode. We have an hour left. Trinity, we have like 2 minutes per candy. Hymns. Stateness. I'll do the Google. That's been helping. Nebraska candy. Apparently peanut butter cups are a thing in Nebraska. Sure. 3.5. Design. Looks like very into this. Vintage. I think it's a mixed bag, and I'm not sure if I'm into all of it. It does have this chocolate pumpkin though. And the bag looks like recyclable. So what? 5? I don't like that the candies are irregular, but I think altogether it looks very good. Flavor, can't say I'm into it. Can't say I want to actually eat this. It looks like grandma candy and not the good kind. Halloweeniness though, the pumpkin is like added to a bag of things that are Halloween colored. It looks like maybe runts. I'm giving it a 3. It could be more, which makes this a 6, 10, 11, 14. Next up. Only some of them are actually good. Yeah, and you get a handful of all of them, and you have to pick out the ones and put the other ones back, and it sucks. Flavor could go either way. Still leaving it at a 3, because that's kind of what that means. Nevada. Product photo of fun-sized bag of the most popular Halloween candy in Nevada. Which I've attempted to translate as Halloweert. Halloweeniness. You can't really get more Halloweeny than that. It seems like it's not just like repackaged for Halloween. It's like candy that only comes out on Halloween. Flavor? I have no idea what these are. They look like maybe like tinfoil wrapped red gemstones. Again, it's just drugs. This one might have THC in it. Yeah. Very wordy pack. Okay, this one is absolutely drugs. We'll give it a 3 because it's mostly a way of getting cannabis in your system. Very Nevada for it to be drugs. Design, I do love the packaging. It's got a little bit much going on. It looks a little too medical. I'm gonna give it a 3. Stateness, we're Googling the Nevada candy. Some interesting shapes here, but nothing particularly Nevada going on. It strikes me as pretty Nevada. Did Nevada legalize weed? I'd wander into the desert high on this candy. Yeah, that would be what this would be, huh? You and your buds around a campfire out in the desert. Yeah, you would go camping with this. This is a 4, which makes this a 7, 10, 15. Next up, very Vegas, yeah, that's true. New Hampshire Wilt or Rubbit. Fled Marwishin Kopishi. Product photo of fun size bag, the most popular Halloween candy in New Hampshire. These look like rocks. These look like rocks. I think these are rocks. I'm giving it a 1 for flavor because they're rocks. Or like the worst chocolate with like a nut inside. But they're pretty. Design 5. It has a mascot. It looks like rocks. This guy, a suit of this guy carrying his little candy basket would be perfect. Stateness. I know New Hampshire very well. That is one that I know quite well. Not particularly New Hampshire, but not New Hampshire. I'll give it a 3, because I would believe you would find it in New Hampshire, and it's like totally a Northeast thing. I don't think it's the fault of New Hampshire, though. Halloweeniness. I feel like it's just packaged for Halloween again, so I'm giving it a 4. Because the mascot, it has to be a year-round thing, and he's Halloweeny on his own. Everyone has nostalgia for this candy, that's how it keeps selling. It's cool that it looks like rocks, not good that it tastes like rocks. So we have an 8 and a 13. 8, 9, 13. New Jersey, we've got Norway. Wait, this should be Kavi. Stateness 5. That's New Jersey for sure. This is the most plausible name yet. Not only is this a plausible name, it's plausibly a New Jersey sponsored candy advertising itself as a New Jersey candy. This is the most New Jersey candy there is. Halloweeniness. I think, again, it's repackaged to look Halloweeny. I don't think it's made for Halloween, but it gets an extra point because it is fun-sized. Flavor, it's either really good or really bad. I think people in New Jersey pretend to like it more than they really do. But it's like mediocre chocolate with some maybe like dehydrated fruit in it. But I think people who like it really like. I think I would really like it. I think it would hit the spot. Like, you go to the grocery store, you see it at the checkout, and like only like 1 out of 5 times you're like, you know what, I will get a Norway. And then you get a Norway and it hits the spot and it's perfect. I think that's a 4 kind of candy. Design, again, nothing going on here. It could be better. It is called Norway, however. I would give it a 2. I'm bumping it up to a 3 for being called Norway. 8 and 8, that's 16. I think you get it with a group of friends and yell Norway. Yeah. Or like, you give it... Oh, it's like breakup candy instead of like it's not like payday where you get it on your payday or like celebrate a payday with it, or like, and it's not candy you give to someone you like, and like it's not sweethearts, it's not something you give to someone you want to do more with. It's like, I'm breaking up with you, but here's something to soften the blow. I got you a gnaw away. That's also a very New Jersey move. Next up is New Mexico candy with Enit y Bentets. Definitely leaned into 90s semi-edgy ads. Yeah, for sure. Fun size bar, the most popular candy in New Mexico. This gets a DQ because it's not Halloween candy. That would not soften the blow. That's also true. Fun design, very good. Also using some New Mexico historical designs. Also, it looks kind of hand painted, which I like. I think having a imperfect packaging is good. I'm giving it a 5. Enit y Bentets. Stateness. I want to say 5, but I feel like it might be one of those things where it's like, that's what everyone thinks New Mexico is like. And then, like, I'll get a bunch of, I don't know, hate mail. I've never gotten hate mail in my life. So we'll give it a 5. Flavor, it looks like it's just chocolate with, like, maybe cinnamon in it, if it's, like, a New Mexico thing. It feels like spicy chocolate. I don't think I would like it. I do think someone else would really like it. I think it's mostly a novelty, though. I don't think you would really hand this out on. I don't think kids like it at all. Though it might have, like, the, like, red hot cinnamon flavor, which is not really cinnamon flavor and is good. We'll give it a 3. Could go either way. Halloweeniness. No, it's 2. People in New Mexico love it, though. Yeah, for sure. This is a 15, but disqualified. Mass-produced candy that tries to pretend it's handcrafted? Maybe. I think the flavor is very mass-produced. However, I think the packaging is, like, original design by the owner's daughter back in 1963. New York. I'm from New York. This is not New York candy. Maybe upstate. Anyway, this candy is called Catechin Bittens. And it is a Halloween candy. It might be like maple flavored. Rum flavored. I don't think you should be giving this to children at all. I think it's a 3 because it's very Halloween-y, but it's like not for children. Even though it's packaged like that. It might be drugs again. We might be dealing with drugs again. Pot was recently legalized in the city. Flavor, I don't think they're good. I think it's like a gummy just to get weed in you or something like that. I don't think it's good. But maybe rum flavored, which would be good. I'm giving it a 3. Giving it a 2. Design. We've not been sold on any part of this design. And it looks like it sucks to open without making like 4 pieces of candy fly everywhere. It's either a 1 or a 2. I'm giving it a 2 because it at least has some design principles. Stateness. Has been sitting in the corner store for way too long. That is a very New York move. We'll give it a 2. I don't think it's... Speaking as someone from New York, I think it looks Like it wasn't made in New York, but it might be popular with old people in New York. New York candy. Let's see what Google says. Apparently everything is New York candy. So I'll bump it up to a 3 because I think my grandpa would have really liked it. So that's a 10. It's left over from last Halloween, for sure. Oh, okay, North Carolina night part, which just straight says night part. Again, looks like a chocolate bar with candy corn in it, and it is a Halloween candy. Halloweeniness, very up there. Either a 4 or a 5. I would say 5. It looks like it's made for Halloween. This looks like a fucked up pumpkin of some kind. Bat mascot right on the edge. Yeah. Design 3.5. I feel like there are details there that are good, but we can't actually see them. So I'm gonna say they're there and then like take off a point. Flavor. It might pumpkin chocolate candy corn, maybe? Yeah, the candy corn might just be window dressing for this one. I agree with that. It looks like it's another Reese's cup. But I'm picturing like a brownie. For like, it looks thick and maybe doughy. Like a pumpkin brownie? That could be good. If we're going pumpkin brownie, I'll give it a 4. I think that's probably pretty good. Stateness. Let's Google. North Carolina candies. Peppermint, apparently. That's about it. That's all I'm getting. I don't think it's very North Carolina-ish. Like, I'll give it a 3, and then I think it's sold in that area and not in other parts of the country. So it's popular in New York, but not necessarily a North Carolina candy. Whew. North Dakota, Nat Doc. Nature documentary. This is a Halloween candy bar. However, I think the Halloweeniness is lacking. I'm going to put this at 2. Flavor? I have no idea. The design looks like it's maybe like a photo of some like neon backed night signs. I think that looks good. It's giving date flavor. I'm giving the design a 3. Unique, but not necessarily all it could be. Looks Christmassy. Also looks Christmassy, you'd say. I would agree. Yeah, the green and the red. It looks like a fruitcake candy bar. Which is weird. I'm marking that down to a 1. Because I feel like if you get it on Halloween, it's like, you've had this for a year, huh? Flavor? Fruitcake's pretty good. A really boozy fruitcake's pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 4. I think it could be good. It does look North Dakota-y. I would agree with that. I'm giving it a 5 for stateness. North Dakota candy. We'll do our due diligence. Yes, I think we were correct. Ohio. I think this is a 5 in every category. Design, 5. Flavor? I'm not sure what it is. It seems chewy. Maybe like Gushers textured, like chewy with a pop on the inside. It seems very sweet, possibly very sour. Oh, I should say this is Ohio's Ohies Oathvies candy. Monster Eye candies. I want to give it a 6 out of 5 for design. Like, it's perfect. Like, it's beyond Halloweeniness, 5. Year round, it's Halloween all times of year. Flavor, it simulates eating someone's eye. Don't know if that's good. I'm giving it a 4.5 because that's a little gross, but it seems like they've got it down. Stateness. So, I have a friend from Ohio who may or may not be in chat right now. That visited and brought Big Red and Faygo and like stuff that is available anywhere but is more available in Ohio. This strikes me as one of those brands. Let me Google Ohio candy. Apparently Ohio candies are chocolate, Buckeye candies, peanut butter. I don't think this is like that at all. Stateness, I'm giving it a 4. Ohio would do this. Actually, you know what? This looks like a farm back there. That's very Ohio. 4.5. So what do we got? 10, 18, 19 out of 20. Oh, sorry. I'm speaking too much. I might have to take a break for the last 30 minutes. How many more do we have? We have 12 more plus American territories. I'm gonna pause really quick, just for a few minutes, so I can drink some water so my throat doesn't hurt, and then we'll finish up. I'll be right back. See you guys soon. Hello. Whew. How's everyone? I'm back, I think. I found Thai tea in the fridge, and I'm really assuming it's for me. But I did notice my roommate already had a Thai tea out in front of her. So it's mine now, and I'm sorry if it's not. I'll make it up to her. Ooh, I just rushed up and down the stairs a couple times. Anyway, let's move on. Next up, next up, Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Again, they changed the name on the packaging. This is either Tionic or Tinipk. How many to go? We're on 36 out of 56. And the last 6 are optional. So we should be able to do this by 8 p.m. if we hustle a bit. This looks like Twizzlers that turn into candy corn. I gotta be honest, it looks good. It looks really good. I'm giving it a 4 because I think after like 3 of them you'd be like, oh my god, I've had too much sugar. But I think they look good. And I think they look very Oklahoma to me. For no particular reason. Candy canes that aren't mint flavored. Yeah, Halloween version of candy cane. Halloweeniness, way up there. Design, giving it a 4 because I think the packaging is misleading. But this is truly a unique candy. So that gives us a 17. Oregon. Or Oregon. Again, a Halloween candy. The label I have read is either Bakeo, B-E-O, or Okeo. Possibly Oreo. Wait, hold on, get some ice ASMR. Coming from my mouth. There you go. Oregon. Oregon, it could be saltwater taffy. It's definitely like not chewy, but like soft, like taffy-ish, soft chewing. Kids definitely squished these a bit. Yeah, these get like compounded at the bottom of your bag, but they're probably pretty good. I don't think kids would like them though. They look like candy that like is not very sweet, so kids might not like it, but I think it would be really fun to chew. Maybe like a subtle vanilla. It looks like they have multiple flavors though. Pumpkin, licorice, lemon. What's green? It's not lime. It's not watermelon. Apple? But I'm gonna give it a 4. I really want to eat these. Design, also a 4. Caramel center, yeah. flavored caramel maybe with like a chewy outside. Oh man, that sounds really good. You know what? Bumping it up to a 5. Halloweeniness, not super Halloweeny. I feel like it's a year-round candy that sometimes takes on Halloween flavors. However, they do have, and they're also not really built for being put in bags, which is a shame. I'll give it a 3.5. Stateness, let's do the Google. Oregon apparently has a lot of hazelnut and caramel. I think it's quite state-like. It also looks pretty old. Oregon has an old history, like, you know, Oregon Trail and such. This seems like a historical candy that they would sell at tourist shops, but it's not bad or anything. It's just like, you should try your local candy. It's made in Oregon. I'm giving it a 5. Which brings this score to 10, 14, 17.5. Pennsylvania. Product photo of Pennsylvania's most popular Halloween candy bar. I currently live in Pennsylvania. Our state colors are black and yellow. So points for that. I'm gonna get a 4. 3.5. It could be more, it could be less. Design, not sure what's going on here. A little concerned. Banana? Chocolate, for sure. Candy corn again, but those seem like maybe set dressing again. Fancy bad candy. Maybe caramel, pecan, chocolate. Popcorn. That's what I'm saying. Too many things together and yeah, trying too much. Flavor, 3.3. 3.5. I think some people really like these. Design. It's just like not like, it looks like a cereal box. But it's not bad. I'll give it a 3. Neither here nor there. Halloweeniness, absolutely not. The colors are because it's from Pennsylvania. Maybe these are pumpkins. I'll give it a 2 on the Halloweeniness. I think it's just got some Halloween decorations around it, but it's not particularly a Halloween candy. Which makes this a 5, 8, 9, 12? Is that right? Yes. Rhode Island with Reed Riots. Product photo of Rhode Island's most popular candy bar. Oh, we do have a lot of states, huh? And I was told they were nifty. This is state 39, which means we have 11 more to go. Rhode Island. Halloweeniness is like a, I'm gonna give it a 3 because like it's black and orange, but it seems like it's just packaged for Halloween again. Lovecraftian name. Flavor, what is this? Chocolate? Maybe dark chocolate? I don't know what this is. That's like someone, like, you know in horror movies when someone like pencil scribbles the monster? I think that's what that is. This one's old as hell. Yeah. But not too old. Maybe like 60s? Maybe older than that, but repackaged in the 60s and they haven't re-updated it since. It looks like maybe it's chocolate with like marshmallow in it. It could be pretty good. Yeah, I think it's chocolate with like like gooey marshmallow and maybe like a fudge. not a fudge, like a brownie with like a marshmallow and chocolate topping. We'll give it a 4. It might be kind of boring, it might be really good. Design? I'm giving it a 2 because it's nothing, and it's got whatever the fuck this is. Like, that just looks like when they draw, again, like a child's scribble of like, look out for. It's so weird. I love it, but I don't think it's a good move for a chocolate. Stateness, I want to give it a 3 based on vibes. I don't know anyone from Rhode Island. Rhode Island is weird and small and old. Rhode Island candy. Nothing in particular. We've got some hard candies. Pancakes. Coffee. We'll give it a 3. One thing that looks snack size despite not being specified. Or it's a really big bar. King sized. So this total score is 5, 7, 12. South Carolina has Scott Quilets. These look nasty. These look like chewed gum. The design looks like it hasn't been updated since 1850. I don't know what this is. Like an elephant? At first I thought it was a woman with like her hands on her chest leaning back and her head's turning into a swan. Halloweeniness through the roof though. But like old vintage Halloween. Like this is haunted candy that they didn't even have to market as Halloween candy because it's just like that. Flavor, it's gotta be nasty. I'm sorry. I think it like one of them is good, and then you keep chewing and you're like, it's old gum, I don't want this. Design, 5. They haven't changed it in 150 years. And the pumpkin, absolute bonus points for the pumpkin. The kids think you get cursed if you eat these on like the night before Halloween. Stateness, I don't know. Let me look up South Carolina. I don't know. It seems more like I don't know. It has the like southern old farm vibes. What's the word? I'm like estate. South Carolina apparently has saltwater taffy, pecan brittle, praline, old stuff. I'm giving it a 5. Which makes this a 17. If you forget Halloween candy outside overnight, it all turns into Scott Quilets. Quilets. Yeah. Quilets sounds like some kind of disease if you just add an I and it becomes quilitis. For sure. Okay, South Dakota. Sack-Tierk, specifically Dipdolt Iwijohoff. This is a Halloween candy. I like the witches. There's not a lot going on. I don't think sack is a great name for a candy, but the witches are so menacing. Design, 3.5. I think this is candy that's like actually made by witches. And they just like don't know how to brand it to be like not super sinister. They're like, oh look, we'll put some cute little like witch, like look, it's you and me. And it makes it to the outside world and they're like, Everyone is terrified of these faceless witches. Stateness, giving this a 4 based on vibes. Flavor, what is this? It looks like... This looks like a candy corn texture. The green seems like a gummy, and then it's got like a chocolate kiss top, and then the purple I think is like wrapped, like part of the wrapping. Honey glazed almonds, that's a good description, I would say. I think they're probably pretty good. I think they've lasted despite no marketing, everyone loves them. Halloweeniness, 5, made by witches. Individually packaged taffies, yeah. Sacktirk. Which makes this an 8, 13, 16.5. Alright, next up. Actually, you know what I've noticed about the last, 20? Everything since maybe North Dakota, all of the names sound like the state. We've got NatDoc for North Dakota, Ohies for Ohio. I have no idea what these are. No. But then Pennsylvania is Pamsias. Reed Riads for Rhode Island. South Carolina is Scott Queelitz. South Dakota is Sacktirk. And then this next one, and ones after that I can look at right now, but this one is for Tennessee and it's called Tinies. Or Tanies. Tanies. I'm giving it a 4 for, you know what, 5 for Tennessee-ness. Partly because of the name, and also it looks like a Tennessee snack. Design, 5. It's unique. It looks like maybe a caramel shaped like a pumpkin. Tanies is a good candy name. I think these are really fun to eat. I think they've got a smooth texture and a crunch to them. Very good. Flavor, I don't know if they have a lot of flavor though. I think they're like kind of flavorless candy and mostly a textural experience, but with like a nice burst of chocolate or something in the middle. We'll give it a 4. We'll give it a 3.5. Halloweeniness. Absolutely. I think it's a seasonal snack, but perfectly fits into the Halloween milieu. So this is an 18.5. Next up is Thesquius for Texas. Again, Thesquius taxis for Texas. It looks huge, so that's very Texas. You know what? 5 out of 5. Design. It's got this red, white, and blue, which for me takes points off. It's got these stars. This is a very Texas candy. But like, it's trying to be autumnal, and there's no autumn in Texas like that. And I think the red, white, and blue gets lost in the orange. Give it a 3. We'll give it a 4. We'll give it a 3. We'll give it a 4. Cause it's got the stars in the chocolate. That looks really good. Chocolate with like a marshmallow of some kind. It looks really good. Chocolate's kind of boring, so I'm gonna give it a 4. But no complaints. Halloweeniness. It looks like a Texas candy that was like, we could sell these on Halloween, and then packaged for Halloween. I'm gonna give it a 3, but it's not un-Halloweeny. Which brings this score to 16. Next up is Utah with lots. These look disgusting. These look like someone took the ends of hot dogs and shrink wrapped them in yellow wax. Design 1, flavor 1. They look nasty. Halloweeniness, also 1. Popular Halloween candy. It is a Halloween candy, though. Stateness, unfortunately, I think this is a very Utah snack. Let me Google Utah candy. Nothing in particular. I'm giving this a 5 for stateness. I'm so sorry, Utah, that your highest score is for stateness and everything else is a 1. But you would, Utah. They look like dog food. That's an 8. Alright, next up, it's Vermont with Cataweni. Bonkan Bonati. With a schwa. Bonati. No, I think this should be ah. Ah. Yeah. What letter is that? S? Bisnotti. I think it's a schwa, but I can't type a schwa. Okay, I will say, in preparing for this stream, I tried to write as many letters as I could, and I even pulled up the Unicode list of all characters that I could possibly type for this to maximize copying the AI-generated text. However, at some point I decided, no, I'm just going to use the Roman alphabet. I have to keep this within the realm of plausibly English marketing words. So I did. But I recognize and tried to represent that not all of these are English letters. Halloweeniness 5. Flavor. It looks like candy corn, but with like a caramel chocolate coating. That could be great. It's like a twist on the candy corn. A good conveyor for a really, like a shot of sweetness. I'm gonna give it a 4. It could be boring. You'd have one and you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Or it could be really good. It might be really good on like top of a cake or something. Design 5. It's Halloweeny. It's called Cataweeny. It's got this adorable pumpkin. It's got this circle and the colors are different in the letters. I think it's great. Stateness, not sure. Vermont is known for trees and mountains. Maple. Yeah, Vermont candy is all maple flavored. This doesn't seem like it involves a maple flavor. And otherwise I don't think it hits on Vermont aesthetics. So I'm giving it a 2 or a 3. Would Bernie eat this candy? Bernie would eat this candy. So we'll give it a 3 for Bernie. That is a 14-17. Virginia, Philintas. Again, one that sounds like the state. It looks like chocolate cell phones or like Beatles. It's got green stuff inside it. Very Halloween-y. I think this is a Halloween flavor of another snack, so it's not made for Halloween, and the packaging, the only Halloween-y thing about it is the colors. I'm not enticed to eat this. It seems nasty. But I think someone else might really like it. I think it's got special colors. I think that makes it exciting. I think it's maybe a Reese's cup with a green cream filling. I don't know if that's good or bad. It doesn't seem very exciting. It seems like it's been done. We'll give it a 3 because I think this looks gross. Personal preference. Design. We'll give it a 3 because I think this looks gross. Stateness. Let's check it out. Virginia candy. Virginia, old stuff. Rainbow fentanyl, again, not a thing. In Halloween candy. Fruit Lumps, Peach Buds. Is this Virginia-ish? Not really. It does look like it is as old as Virginia, though. We'll give it a 3.5. Tipped over a little bit. Which makes this a 9, 13.5. Ah! We're on 47. Washington. Again, Wishisin. This looks like a powder that you put something else in or maybe mix into a drink. So I'm giving that a 2. It seems like it might be a health food. Definitely not something you should be giving just to eat in package form like this. These are fart balloons. Oh god. Design. It looks really old. That's not a bad... This looks like an old diner, is the logo, maybe? I like it. It's not really a this looks like a health food marketing itself for Halloween? Why is that on a bed of condom wrappers? God, okay. 2, not a candy. Stateness. Pacific Northwest. Would they do this? This is granola in it. Yeah. You know what? 5. Washington would. Halloweeniness. 2 for being orange. This is a Halloween candy. Ridiculous. 6, 11. West Virginia. Wint or weant. Or meat. Mint. Meat. We're changing this to meant. Meant. Stateness. West Virginia wood. What is this? This looks like a powder. This looks like a bird. It's not very Halloween-y. I don't think kids want to get this in... It's probably nougat. Ice cream flavored nougat. I think that's gross. I'm putting it as a 2. Argue with me if you wish. Crumbly chocolate. I think it's gross. Design. 3. I like the bird. Halloweeniness. Not at all. Not at all. It's tiny. I'll give it a 2. 4. 7. 11. Wisconsin! These look so good. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 for flavor. It looks like a churro with like a vanilla pastry inside. It looks so good. I want it. The Halloweeniness. Very good packaging. I don't know what this is supposed to look like. Is it like a coffin, maybe? I'm giving it a 4 for Halloweeniness, because it's probably really fun to receive on Halloween, but it's not made for Halloween and can be year-round. Made to look like corn. It's the real candy corn. It's a churro. Wisconsin, it looks like it's got milk in it. I'm gonna give it a 4. Design, I'm into it. I think it's a little crowded, but it holds the shape well. Like if it's 2 pastries per bag, I think that's really good. And it's unique. You would recognize this anywhere. 5 for design for Wibodal Mom Wiolu Botabthi. God, why did I? 18. Alright. Next one is the last state. I'll show you the American territories, but I'm not gonna rank them. It's just I'm dead. I'm dead. Personally. Next and last state is Wyoming. Again, sounds like Wyoming. It's Wyoming. This looks like chocolate with M&Ms in it. I think that's probably good. Maybe like, it looks like a very large flat candy bar with embedded candy M&Ms, which also have chocolate in them. It's a lot of chocolate, but with fun little crunch inside. We'll give it a 3, because that's not really very... We'll give it a 3, because it could be a 2. Design, I'm really into it. But I do think it's lacking. I feel like it's missing... It's not showing me what the product should be. And it's not super unique. As far as being a chocolate bar, it's another kind of chocolate bar. That's a 3. It looks like a slug made of fudge. Stateness, I think it's very Wyoming. I'll do the Wyoming check because I don't know a lot about Wyoming. Wyoming candy. Apparently taffy is big. Animal crackers. Huckleberry dark chocolate sea salt chocolate bar. Okay, so pretty Wyoming. Yeah, we'll give it a 5. 4, because the candy itself isn't very Wyoming, but the packaging is. Halloweeniness, that's a 2. Not Halloween can't, like, it'd be really great, but I think there's a couple half points I would give it that would make it a 2, but I'm really tempted to call it a 1. Plus, like, the half point that it's orange and the half point that it's really big and you'd really want to receive it. So it's a 2. So... the font is very spooky. That's true. We'll give... okay, 3 for the spooky font. That makes this a 13. And that's the last one. I'm gonna put my head down a sec. We did it. So let me show you the last ones for the United States territories. And we're not going to rank those, I just want you to see them. And then we need to figure out which was the lowest rated and the highest rated of the ones that weren't disqualified. Sound good? So that means next up is Puerto Rico with Pito Purpio. I like it. I think it's cute. Very well designed. It looks like a lollipop that made with like a whistling stick. I like it. And it's decorated for Halloween. And it seems like each wrapper might be a bit unique. It has a little face. It's very cute. And you can like stand them up in a row. They're like little Halloween decorations just by having them around. I would love that. Washington, D.C. has either Watt High or Wathai. This looks like a chocolate bar for politicians, for sure. Absolutely. It does have high in it, though, so it might have CBD or THC or something in it. Again, for politicians. Guam. We have Hias 100. Looks like candy corn, but with colors. And then we've got these two little mascot guys. Who are really towing the line between absolutely scary and friendly little pumpkin dudes. I don't know how I feel about them. Because I keep thinking, like, I have this tendency to, if I see something where my first instinct is like, oh, that's I don't like that at all, then I try to be like, actually, I choose to love that. I think that's cool. But with this, as soon as I have that impulse of like, oh, that's creepy, so I actually really like it, and then once I like it, it just goes back to being creepy. And I'm not, like, I can see it both ways, I really can. We have Riai for American Samoa. These are little guys. You just, like, eat these little guys with teeth, I guess. They have little eyes and mouths. I think they're adorable and probably really fun to eat. They're so cute. I'm gonna draw little pictures of these. Little guys. Little gremlin. They're so cute. Tots for the U.S. Virgin Islands. These look... The mouthfeel on these is either really good or really bad. It's, like a stress ball. Like, it's just full of flour. Or it's, like, just the right amount of chewy. Or it's, like, a jelly bean. I don't know. It could be good, could be bad. Maybe each one is... These are, like, surprise beans. Yeah, maybe each one is, like... got something slightly different to it and you don't know what you're gonna get. That'd be fun. It seems like something that, like... I picture, like, a construction worker who's, like, very, like, masculine and doesn't like admitting that he likes things, but, like, has clear sweet teeth. I feel like he'd carry this in his pocket and just, like, pop a few on his break. And it would be, like, a soft spot that he has. I don't know. Weird image. Very specific. And then last, for the Northern Mariana Islands, we have THC ratchets. Which look like teeth with the gum still attached. So Halloween-y, so cool. Absolutely drugs. Absolutely drugs. And they probably taste like gummies. I don't think they taste very good. But, definitely selling to the hardcore, badass stoner market. Yeah, the teeth candy are a thing. They look like the wax teeth that I know, but they look like they're a different consistency and might taste better. I think they're gummies for drugs. But, like, real, like, you don't need to design drugs that much. This looks like a guy with a gas mask on, and there's, like, smoke everywhere. Like, This is weed. This is weed. Shaped like teeth. But, like, you don't... The thing about weed is that you can sell weed as weed, right? You can sell THC as THC. You don't need... I don't know. I guess with, like, the legalization... Anyway, I've never done a drug in my life, so I'm not the one that should be talking about this. It's just, like... I guess what I'm saying is more like... Not that I don't get why it would be that detailed, but, like... This stuff has backing behind it. This is... Someone's betting a lot on these. And apparently it's the most popular Halloween candy in the Northern Mariana Islands, so don't know what that says. Please remember that all of these are AI generated and do not really exist, and say nothing about the states themselves, except for what images on the internet look like. Might be extremely spicy candy, like illegally spicy. That's another good one. And they like make your teeth fall out and bleed because it's so spicy. And it's called like nuclear fallout. Yeah, I would agree with that. That's a good impression of it. Okay, last few minutes. Let's review and find what our scores were. So Alabama 15.5, Alaska 13, Arkansas 12. Arizona, 15.5, currently tied for first place. California, 11.5. Colorado, 11. 19 for Connecticut. I think that's the highest one. Let me scrub through, see if we have anything higher than 19. Wait, did we skip a couple? What happened? Did I not? I didn't do the math on this? This is 4, 5, 8.5. So I don't think we have anything higher than 19. We do have a few 18s. I didn't add up night part, which is apparently 6.5, 10.5, 15.5. Okay, 19. 6 is the lowest so far. Nat Doc, I didn't add up. That's 8, 9, 13. I'll probably make a spreadsheet of this. Oh, Ohio is the 19. I kind of want to make that a 19.5, but Ohio. So that's Ohio and Connecticut. Yeah, Ohio and Connecticut. Ohio beats out Connecticut, though. Jesus. I was lenient in the beginning here. You know what? I'm bumping up Ohio. Because it's like, look at this. What do I'm giving it I think the taste is probably gross, but in a fun way. I'll give it 19.5. I know this is me skewing the scores a little bit, but that is so much better than Connecticut. Oh, he wins. It means our top score is 19.5. And I think our bottom was a 6. 6. 6 is still, yeah, 6 was the lowest one. And that goes to Georgia. Yeah, that's nothing. It's not gross, it's just nothing. Oh, no, but we said it was like pistachio pumpkin chocolate with nuts. That's bad. That's, yeah. That's a 6. Ah! So that's that. I will probably, I want to make a spreadsheet of these just to look at how the data was spread out. That took a lot out of me. We really rushed through that. I should have realized 50 states might have been a little hard. You can hear my voice is fried, so that's fun. I think it sounds good. Anyway. So that's the end of the stream. I will post in the Discord a link to this presentation. Also, probably the top 2 or the worst and the best. And I will probably, because I like to make spreadsheets, make a spreadsheet and look at the data and see what we came up with across the board. So, I'll be streaming again on Saturday, maybe. That one might be canceled because I have plans. Or it might have a guest on it. Tomorrow is Friday. I've already forgotten. Oh, RB Party was moved to Saturday. Happy Lab Accents is also Saturday, and the Sunday we have TGIS, as always. So I will see you guys, see you then. Thank you for coming by. And I'll see you around next time. Thank you so much for your help. If you have any other thoughts, it would be great if maybe people could, if they have additional thoughts, comment on the spreadsheet or the presentation. Keep that going. I meant to take notes, but that became way too much. Anyway. See you guys later. Toodaloo.